Hi guys, welcome to your first challenge video. This is challenge video 1 and we're going to try and create some small tonal gradients today. So we're working in teeny tiny spaces inside these shapes, okay? And we're going to be going from dark to light inside of both of these shapes today. And we're going to have a good practice across here. So the first thing you need to make sure you've got is a nice sharp pencil, okay? Make sure your tip is really sharp to make sure that you get really good definition in when you are applying the tone into the shape. So like you've done in your previous tonal challenges, you're going to be going straight up and down, okay? So what that means is, because we are going in really small layers here, we need to make sure that we keep our pencil going in the same direction, okay? So starting with the darkest colour, going to the lightest colour first, okay? So in this box, we're going to start off from the bottom, and we're going to try and make some small little lines going up towards the top of the box. And we want to make it black, because if you look here, this is black. Now this can be really tricky. So what I'm going to do is just take my time, just going ever so slightly along the bottom, inside the box to make sure it's nice and neat. I'm going to keep my pencil going up in little sections like this, so it's nice and dark. Now you're probably already thinking, okay, how do I blend that out? So what you're going to do now is notice I've gone quite low with this. So what I'm going to do now is start going darker and create another layer over the top. So I'm crossing over the lines in the bottom. So watch, I'm just going to extend them. And what I'm doing with my pencil is like a buffering, okay? So now I don't need to go as sharp. I'm starting to buffer my pencil and go along those edges. So it's slightly going a little bit softer now. You probably can't see it straight away, but you'll see in a second when I start to build it up that I can actually start to blend. So what I'm doing now, I'm trying to make sure I'm copying this side. So I'm starting to go a bit lighter now. I'm going to ease off, putting the pressure on my pencil ever so slightly. So I'm still getting a really lovely dark tone, like a medium dark now. Just there across the edges. And you can see it's starting to blend it already. Okay? If you're not sure, just go slightly back over it. If you really are a bit of a perfectionist, I know some of you are. So just go over your lines like that and make sure that you have a nice, even spread of the colour. Now, we're going to start going, taking it up a little bit more. Notice I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing this. This is where you've got to get close to your paper and make sure that you can see exactly what you're doing. So if you get nice and close, you can start to see, you can start to go and even off now and get a little bit lighter. Again, I'm trying to be quite soft now because you can always build it up, but you don't want to go too dark first and then rub it off, because then you'll have a horrible grey piece of paper. And what I mean by that is when somebody does this, so I'm going to show you a bit of a mistake on here. So say this is my box. If you go really hard like this, like that all the way across, ignore my growling, okay? You go, oh no, I need to go rub that out. Look, you're not going to get an accurate drawing now because you can see there's grey still underneath from where your pencil marks have been. So you need to be super, super careful when you're doing that. So that's a misconception right there. This is a no-no. Make sure you don't do that. So, going back over again. So I'm just going to make sure my buckle's nice and straight for you. Making sure now, again, make sure you've got your pencil held the right bit, because remember your pencil will go a bit lighter depending on where you add the pressure, or darker where you add the pressure. So still building it up nice and smoothly there. Remember, this is a challenge, so it's not meant to be easy. So if you find it's really hard first time round, please don't panic. Please don't worry. This is why we're doing it. That's why there's 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes for you to do this in. You might not get it first time, but you try again. So what you're going to do, just build that up. Now I'm going a little bit lighter now. Even more lighter. Best, like I said, to go lighter rather than darker. Be really soft and gentle. Look where I'm holding my pencil as well. I'm not holding it here like that. I've got no control. I'm holding it like this, really close. And I'm just going in now, creating those lighter tones. I'm going along nice and evenly. I'm quite happy with the lines that I've created. You know, if you're not, you can always go back over. I might just go into some of these and buff them out a little bit using the circular style of my pencil. So like this, rather than just like that, okay? I'm just going to buff some of the areas out. Get that really lovely blend coming through. Okay. And now I'm just going to ease off even more. Making sure that I have the lightest tone now at the top of my box.